Are you going to go live in here to show us the cards, or?
That is a very good idea.
Because otherwise we'll be on a big delay.
How do I do that again? Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh, I'm going to close Twitch.
Could you keep it open just to check that it's actually on that one and I'm not on?
Yeah, it's on your next card. Is on the way.
Good, because it would have been. Well.
Pog.
Oh no, I can't do it like that. Which means I have to do it like that.
I'm gonna raise my chair.
I go in like this.
You raise me up.
Okay.
I'm channeling my inner Paul.
Oh.
Got some boomer juice.
Oh boy.
It's time. Let's go
Got
stream.
I don't mind you seeing that.
What's that one? Is that Madness glass?
Oh,
no,
whoa.
it says
Chimeric.
VOG Brewery. So Vault of Glass.
Oh, poggers.
Oh, I'm watching the stream.
You gotta watch the stream, bro.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Send us your messages to make sure
was on BBC News just now. How come? Talking to the Vice Chancellor about being safe. Fascinating stuff.
Oh, I see where you're reading.
Yes, I'm reading off your screen.
I am clever. Very clever. No one's saying that they can hear us, which makes me concerned.
Can you not hear me? Yeah, they can hear us. They can hear us, because I was just watching it and I could hear myself.
Oh, okay, fine. Good. They're just
there you go.
Answer us then.
They're
clever.
Easy.
Very clever.
Wow.
There you go, bro.
That is beautiful. That is absolutely... Listen to those nasally tones.
The absolute state of it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Lou said he wanted to come up first.
Oh, hello.
Phil's in here. Hello, Phil.
Well, Phil,
hi.
what are you doing in here?
Oh, wait, I tried to stream.
Excellent.
Let's give Lewis a role of judging.
Can't you just drag him in?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You just click and drag, don't you?
Can
you
no,
not
he
do
needs
that?
the role for it. And I'm on
bodied.
the wrong thing. Don't worry. I can do it. I was just on the...
Oh, you're on your other account.
Yeah,
I
you're
was on the bot.
What a bot.
There we go.
What's up?
Oh, whoa, it's Lewis.
Hello,
Hey there,
Lewis.
You said you wanted to go first, so we're letting you go first.
I can't see the stream yet, so just...
Oh, you're really quiet. I don't know if that's just me. It's definitely not, because I have you on 200% volume.
Lewis is always really quiet.
Yeah, Lewis is pretty quiet.
That's just me and on Discord, to be honest.
I can see
my card's pretty epic, not gonna lie. I think it fixes a lot of problems with the current meta that I know a lot about.
Wait a second, though. I need to get it up for everyone to see.
I'm just prefacing that this is the winner, and it's gonna be card number 1, so we might as well end the stream.
Go on then.
Okay.
Sounds good,
Here's
bro.
the card for you guys. Oh, wait, how am I supposed to do this at the same time? I know how to do this at the same time. Okay, go like that. Bam. And then like that, and then...
So far, it's not on my screen.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. I'm excited.
We want this. There isn't anything private on here that people don't need to see, is there? Let's hope not. I'll just shrink it anyway, just in case.
Whoa, bro, stop streaming your dick pics. That's not very appropriate.
So, yeah, this is a new item card, and it's a Uno reverse card.
Do you want to like click it, Dom, so it goes big?
Oh,
that would be a good plan.
That is a good idea.
Or maybe...
Oh, there we go.
I don't know. You know, you can leak your DMs from Lewis as well, I guess.
So, yeah, this is the Uno reverse card. That's a new item. I spent a long time with the editing, as you can tell. Took a long time to find Comic Sans in Paint. And I really thought that having the descriptive text in red to offset the movement item thing in black was a real stroke of genius, because... And also, I don't know if you've noticed, because it's quite subtle, but I've, like, edited the Pokeball and Uno onto the card.
Whoa, I didn't notice that, bro. Thanks
Yeah.
for pointing that out.
No
You should have
worries.
put some giant red arrows pointing to bits you'd edited. That's all my favorite YouTubers do.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
That's a good point. But basically, the idea is that as you're playing TCG and you realize that you're not having fun, you play the Uno reverse card and you get out your deck of Uno and you have to play Uno. And yeah, I just think that with this, you've got a great tie-in to both Pokemon, which is a massive multimedia franchise, and Uno, whose Twitter account don't even know the rules of their game apparently because they don't let you stack draw cards, which is a separate issue.
Oh, I can't believe it.
But
We shouldn't be getting into this politics.
yeah,
We're just a little Pokésoc stream right here.
it's true. All I'm saying is, if you play Uno with this card, there is a ruling in place that lets you stack draw cards because the idea is to have fun. I'd also like to address that with my disclaimer about me not owning the rights to Uno or Pokemon and that it's a parody. I'm flawlessly screenshotted this so you don't see that there's a text box or the text line. It's just so professional. I spent hours on it, so really, is it even a contest?
Well, we can really tell the effort you've put into this. I'm gonna have to commend you for the flawless editing.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I can tell how much work's been put into it because it was sent at like 2:30 today, according to Dom's DMs, which means you spent so long working on it. It's not because it was a last-minute meme entry. It was,
Right, yes.
yeah, really thought out and.
I especially like the smiley face.
Oh, I do see that smiley face. That smiley face is a nice touch, and I think this is probably a good time to talk to everyone about our judging parameters, where, of course,
oh yes,
the beauty of the card is the first one. That is out of 5. The uniqueness of the card, also out of 5. That's we've never seen anything like this before. I'll tell you that much in the TCG. And then also its power level in regards to Joe's TCG Cube draft. I think this might be too powerful.
I think the main issue I'm seeing is there's not really any combos with any other cards in the cube.
Yeah, I think there's also the issue of Joe doesn't own a set of Uno, so
that's
if you
also
draw
true.
a card in his cube, you just cannot use it.
Yeah,
unless
that's
you
true.
bring
It's
your
actually
own
useless.
set of Uno.
You need the
So
full
it is
set of 4
actually
for it,
useless.
really.
Yeah, that's true actually. So I'm gonna have to, for power level, this is just bad because you can't play it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 1. Or can you give it a 0? I'll give it a 0.
I should probably get a sheet up.
I'll give it a 1 because like the fact that you send your opponent to the Shadow Realm instead of actually winning the game.
Yeah,
like-
I thought that.
That's true. If they can find a way to play from the Shadow Realm, you don't win. So
Yeah.
it's not an outright broken card.
Mm.
I mean,
It just requires your opponent to have some tech.
yeah. I mean, if they don't bring along any Uno cards, I imagine that's an instant DQ as well because they've not contributed to the Uno, so they weren't prepared.
No, they just can't play it. Because if you play a card that would literally have no effect, then that's considered slow play. So they'd actually just get DQ'd.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
for
do
slow
agree
play.
with that. But I'm going to be a bit more lenient with you because you did say that this is a parody. So
Parody.
yeah, it's
Parody.
a parody.
that's how you know I made it because there's a
So,
spelling error. That was
I
why
think-
I put that in. Subtle reference.
All right,
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't even notice that.
I think I'll be lenient. I'll stick with the 1. I was considering a 2, but we'll go for a 1 with the power levels.
I take that.
Okay, for what was it? Uniqueness.
Uniqueness.
Well, it's very unique, I must say. But Uno is not very unique, and as
Yeah,
you don't own the rights to Uno or Pokemon,
It's
I'm gonna have to
unique
take
for
away
the
points
Pokemon
for
card game. It is not unique at all for the Uno card game.
I'm gonna have to give this a 2 for uniqueness because you don't own the rights, so you lose 1.5 per rights.
Due to the fact that the card was literally ripped from Uno, I'm giving it a 1 for uniqueness.
Oh damn!
I'm sitting pretty up at 2 also. I'm feeling the amount of time you spent thinking about this unique play, especially with the Shadow Realm. You weren't expecting the Shadow Realm in there, despite that being another infringement. I'll let you go on that one. Design-wise, I'm straight up giving you a 1. No, a 0. I can't be having red on blue.
Oh, that's harsh. I think for design, I'm going to give this a 4. The only improvement that could have been made is if you put some big red arrows pointing at the bits that you edited in, so it would have been a bit more obvious where the effort had gone into. But it's a solid attempt. You can tell that you downloaded all of the Adobe Premieres just to do this. It's incredible.
That is true.
I think I'll give it a 3 for design. I really like how the Uno and the Pokeballs are on either side of the reverse arrow, so you know that you're switching from Pokemon to Uno. But the red text is retarded. And you've only shown us the full art. We don't even know what the standard art of this card looks like. So
there's no standard art.
Okay.
There is a giant version of the card that you get with collector's boxes.
It is the giant version of the card because the Uno cards are slightly bigger than TCG, Pokemon TCG cards.
Now it's in the raid version of the TCG that they released, where you can all.
The raid battles.
Yeah.
You could have a raid battle against the Uno reverse card. It's quite exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for your card.
Yeah.
Thanks for your card, Lewis.
It's a solid first effort.
Yeah, you're currently in first place. Congratulations.
Sorry, I didn't quite get your design, Joe. Walters.
Which Joe? Oh,
3.
3, okay. That puts you at a total of, let's see, 7 plus 5 plus 3. Oh, that's a very low score from me. I'm very sorry. That's what is that? That's 15. That's 15 out of 45.
You know what? That's 15 more than I thought I'd get.
We're very lenient on the memes. You entered a card at least.
Hey, we appreciate the entry.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this right from the start. There we go. The score is up there.
I can't see it.
Okay. I hope you all enjoyed this, whatever this is. Bye.
Cool.
Okay. See you later.
I haven't actually given anyone an order.
Let's do Ben next.
You just want to jump? Okay,
Ben Poggers.
Let's get Ben Poggers in. Let's get the color source up like that. Boop and boop, and then let's pray that I'm not showing anyone's personal information.
That's all right. Just dox us, please. Not Brian Terry. Is that related to Terry A. Davis?
Oh, dude, that's a powerful card.
Ben Roggers. Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
dude.
Okay.
Oh, look at this card.
Let's how do I okay.
Here's
Here
my
we
funky Kong, please respond.
Okay. Let's get him on.
Let's get Ben in.
Oh.
Right.
Right.
Don't worry, I'm about to drag you, Ben. There we go. Let's drag. I've dragged him.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Roggers.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Are you winning?
I think so.
Do you want to make a list of an order for this or something, or just go off the order of you just go in
just see what he finds in his emails, honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just
Just go through the email, see what you find.
You never know what you'll find in Dom's emails.
Turn my fucking stuff down now. Lewis is gone. I can actually hear people.
Oh, here's my card. You want me to present this?
I would like to
yes.
present it.
So here we got Funky Kong,
Oh,
a
no.
renowned character from
Wait,
the Kong
I've
franchise.
messed up.
Once
have
you
you done,
actually
Dom?
fix this.
Oh, he's got a Bex.
There we go. And then that. Okay, there we go. That's
So Funky Kong is there with a few items from the Mario Kart franchise, such as the blue shell and the Bex crate, or the Bex can from the Bex crate. He's got the ability Flame Runner, which lets him, once you play him down from your hand onto your bench, you may draw 3 cards. It's very similar to Shaman EX and Uxie, except you can play it with a higher hand size.
Yeah.
And then you've got the attack Cool Punch. It does 50 damage. However, if you have Donkey Kong on your bench, the attack can do 50 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon instead. He's got a weakness to Psychic, just like most fighting types, and a retreat cost of 2. This card took about 10 million years to make because Gimp's shit.
Ah,
And on the next slide, there is Donkey Kong to have a comparison.
This one's already in the cube.
oh,
This
not
is already in the
Monkey
cube.
Jones.
As you can see,
He's been
I
terminated.
can't believe Monkey Jones got terminated.
Donkey Kong has Banana Toss. It does 30 damage to the bench, so both Donkey Kong and Funky Kong can hit the bench when they're both in play. They both use Grass to attack, so we've got that synergy going as well. And the Kong should stick together. And next slide.
I see.
If you don't vote for
Well, the
me,
size
this
and
guy will turn up to your
convincing.
house in 24 hours.
It's kind of like the ring.
Let's head on back to this card. I think I'd like to open up by saying that is a very nice work on inserting the picture in. I
Yeah.
can appreciate that.
Yeah, we've had a lot of practice in GIMP by this point.
Yeah.
No, I'm a big fan of the quality. The way you've cut the pieces out and got the correct fonts. It's excellent.
Unfortunately, though, there is a bit of discrepancy in the height of the card, so this won't be a PSA 10.
Oh,
That's true.
I'm
The,
living on PSA
centering
10.
is a bit off,
Yep.
and it looks a bit warped. To be fair, from where I'm
Yes.
sitting,
It is damaged, to be fair.
is it water damaged because of all the water?
damaged. Yeah, exactly.
No creases, though, which is nice.
There's no creases on Funky Kong. He's a perfect specimen.
That's true. Okay, so for quality, I'm gonna have to give this a full 5 out of 5.
That's very good.
Um,
that is a good amount of.
Yeah, I like how it's Funky Kong, and he's using the Flame Runner. I think that's very cool. It's a buff to Grass, which sucks. So, Grass never wins anything.
Let's Grass hit lightning for weakness
Yes.
Exactly.
and some colorless.
That is true.
And all the darkness Pokemon.
Oh, and the Absols.
Yeah, quality. Like it. I think it fits well. I'll give it a full 5 as well for quality. Like, yeah.
I think I'll match you on that. This is the best card we've seen so far.
Possibly the best card I've ever made.
Because this has literally got as many points as Lewis's card right now, and we've only given one group.
I can't believe I'm beating Lewis's card. That thing was a masterpiece. And Uno is greater than TCG, so.
Okay,
don't know about
uniqueness
that one.
wise,
Maybe.
it's obviously something to pair with Donkey Kong. That's clear. So I can't give it the full marks on the uniqueness.
It can very much be played on its own as well. That ability is
You're
very
quite
good.
right.
That ability's very strong.
Yeah, like 50 for free isn't awful in Cube, like power level.
Yeah.
Push for 2 attachments because you can use double colorless energy.
Yeah, but that means you have
Or
to draft
upper
double
energy.
color energy as well. Upper energy
energy.
It's also a basic.
is
It
also
is.
With
It's a
that
big
110,
basic,
it's-
110 HP.
Funky
Yeah.
Kong is a basic person.
He's a
A
chunky
basic
guy.
bitch.
He does not evolve from Diddy Kong. No,
That's a bit of an oversight.
for uniqueness, I'd give this a 4. The abilities definitely have overlap, like you say, with Uxie Legends Awakened and Shaman EX. But
From
it's a-
Roaring Skies.
yes, but
It's
it's got
giving the credit to.
exactly Illus, Misahito, Arita. I do like the combo with the Donkey Kong. The Kong package is definitely going to be a major mainstay in this cube from now on. And but the ability does have some overlap, so it's a solid 4 for me on uniqueness.
I think I'll drop that down to a 3 for myself. I'm looking for a bit more, pizzazz with our cards today, and it doesn't quite match what I was hoping for.
Yeah, like I'm thinking 3 as well because like it is Funky Kong. It kind of been done before, like in the Donkey Kong game.
The Bex crate is unique though. The Bex crate and Funky Kong match up.
Yeah, but they're both from Mario Kart.
That comes right into the design. There. That's no
don't
hold
worry,
on
I'm
its
giving you a
uniqueness.
high mark for design.
Yeah.
But uniqueness it's kind of got the same kind of thing as Donkey Kong. Yeah, it's comboing with the Donkey Kong, obviously, but I don't know. Like Joe said, the ability is the same, and at the end of the day, it is not actually something new. It is Funky Kong, so it's
That's
not
true, that's
technically
true.
unique.
Power level wise, I'm
Maybe
gonna
if you
slip
gave them a
this.
different cart, because like the Flame Runner is not
Ooh.
a unique cart. Everyone's using.
I'm not
Funky-
putting Funky Kong in the Piranha Prowler here.
Oh, come on.
When have you seen Funky Kong in the TCG before, Joe?
That is true, but I've seen Donkey Kong.
If that ability was Piranha Prowler, it'd be losing 3 cards, not drawing. So.
I was simply thinking the baby booster. You know, it's much more unique in that.
Funky Kong can't go in the baby booster, don't you know
Exactly.
anything?
What
Exactly.
if you put Funky Kong? Wait, is there a mod to put Funky Kong in the baby category?
No, but we've
Yeah.
got Funky Kong on a blunt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Maybe the ability should have just been blunt.
In fact, Funky Kong on the Flame Runner isn't in the modern Mario Kart game because the blood
True.
replaces it instead. So
Yeah, the
Bex
blunt
Crate-
does replace the flame.
That is true.
so the Bex can and the Funky Kong aren't in the same game.
Anyway,
Right, power level.
Ooh. I'm
Oh,
not
well,
liking that.
design, power
being
level,
so
and
strong.
uniqueness, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not liking that it's so strong as a basic. That's you get a full set of that in. Oh wait, no, you only have one card of that.
You only
Yeah.
have one, yeah.
In Cube, there's only one copy of each card.
Yeah, the ability is like slightly worse than Shaman and Uxie, and the
Yeah.
attack's slightly worse on its own than
Yeah, you're not
most of the other big basic attackers.
Yeah. I think, if anything, the base damage is a little bit weak. The 50 snipe is good, but I think 50 for 2 to 3 attachments is a little weak. So for balance, I'll give this a 3 because the ability it's balanced, but I can't see it being played in every single draft. Especially if you don't get Donkey Kong. This is a very mediocre card.
yeah, it's definitely very dependent on that other card. Well, not very dependent. You can play it without, but
It buffs
sniping
it
is
up a
quite
lot
bit
if you get the
better.
combo.
I'm going to put that as a 2 myself.
Ooh. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it does buff grass because the grass in the cube at the moment kind of sucks. I think like we've always had issues with grass. Venusaur didn't work, so we moved to Sceptile, and now we've got Funky Kong as well. No, I think it's like the ability's nice. It's got the right amount of HP for a big basic. I don't know, like 2 retreats nice. I don't know what else to say about it. It's Funky Kong. It fits.
It
It's a
does.
And it's okay, dude. Sometimes I get lonely too.
Sometimes he does get lonely.
He does get
When no one drafts grass, he does get lonely.
I'll give this a lonely 2 out of 10.
Oh,
And that puts you at a lofty score
of 16.
of 34.
Oh, that's a good score.
That
That's
is
a
a
decent
good
score.
score.
That's over double what Lewis got.
That is over.
Can't believe he's
double.
been robbed again.
That's 2 Uno reverses.
And he's 2. You've come back to
2
Pokemon.
no. Exactly.
Yeah, duo, bro. Duo reverse.
Not duo.
Well done, Ben. You are now at the top of our score sheet.
I feel bad for dethroning Lewis like that, but sometimes you just have to do it.
He does have no style and he does have no grace. This Kong does have a funny face. You're quite right, Jake. You're quite
true.
right. Hence the score of 34 there. Anyway, thank you very much, Ben. I'll
No
drag
problem.
you out now, unless you want to leave yourself.
I'll leave myself.
Okay,
Don't force me.
that's fine. I'm not going to be strong-handed. And he's gone. Shall we go to a person who won't be giving us their beautiful voice today?
Ah. Who would
Head
that
of Pokeball real quick.
That would be James, Mr. Red Rouge.
Oh.
Don't worry about not being on voice, James. We will manage without. With your beautiful card.
Oh,
That is Bidoof.
Bidoof not found.
The Bidoof has not been
Okay,
harmed.
so we have a Pokebody, but don't. If Bidoof is your active, if your opponent promotes a bench Pokemon to the active, that Pokemon cannot attack in their next turn. Which is confusing, but I think it just makes all their attacks turn into effectively Brave Blade from Zacian.
Yeah, they just don't do anything.
No, they can come up and attack, but then they can't attack the following turn. Is how that reads.
Opponent makes a
Because it says their next turn.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so they kill the Bidoof and then like.
Yeah.
And
So it's a
then,
bit of a a bit of a time saver.
Yeah.
For your next turn.
Yeah, it's like stalling out a turn.
Yeah.
Assuming your opponent switches them in.
yeah.
If they're meant to do it like that,
They get to kill the Bidoof anyway, so.
I quite like that. It's a bit unique.
It's interesting, but
not particularly useful.
Two
No,
for 30 and a 60 HP. If this had like 150 HP and attack that did, I don't know, maybe like just like 1 for 40. This could be a very interesting card because then it could actually tank some hits and then get the effect that they can't attack the following turn.
I think
And
1
then
for
they need to
40 would
find
be a bit
a
much.
Yeah. Maybe even just a 1 for 10.
1 for 10's too low. It's not doing anything.
Exactly. It's not doing anything apart from stalling the opponent the next turn.
You don't usually win in cube by just stalling, though.
No.
Is my issue with that.
Like,
I think it would need to do about 30 or 40 for 1.
We took out the stall cards because the stall just wasn't like good enough in queue.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think we have a bit more on it here.
Do we? Oh, we have a presentation.
Oh, we have a presentation.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
excellent.
we might find some.
Let's drag this out this way, shall we?
Oh.
And let's see what we've got.
Oh, okay. So the body is worded wrong. It should read that Pokemon cannot attack in that turn, judging off what he's described the effect as in the PowerPoint.
That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, that does make more sense. If anything, that would be maybe a little bit broken.
Would it count if you knock something out, and then they promote? Would they not be able to attack then?
No, it would be printed with during their turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess once you take a knockout, they can attack it.
Yeah.
I like the description.
The thing is, the only way it's going to end up in the active after you take knockout is if you use Hitmonchan.
Yeah.
Because like that 30 is doing not much, to be honest.
Yeah.
So the question is, what do we take it as? Do we take it as the first ability, or do we take it as the second?
I'll take it as what he described it as.
Yeah, take it as
because wording TCG abilities is pretty hard, to be fair, especially if you don't play the game.
That's fair.
But yeah, with the correct text, I could see it having some level of play. With like the Porygon Z that can loop items if you flip heads. This combined with Double Gust to continually gust up someone's setup Pokemon. Like, so they've got a Lapras on the bench that they can't attack with because they're not playing Water Energy. If you can continually loop Double Gust to bring up the Lapras, this could be a pretty effective stall strategy.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty cool, to be fair. I think in terms of balance, I think it's pretty cool. I'd like to see it have a little bit more HP towards the 130 plus, especially if the attack's only doing 2 for 30. So that it can tank a hit at least once. Having no weakness is cool. I'd probably give this a 3 for balance.
Okay.
I could see it seeing play in the one niche archetype of like Porygon Double Gust loop.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think it would be pretty hard to use.
Yeah, I think like the ability's like decently powerful in the fact that there isn't much like to help you switch in Cube. So like I think we got like 1 copy of Switch.
It doesn't matter if they switch, because as soon as they switch, they're affected by their body again. Because it just covers.
Yeah.
It just covers promotion of an active,
I
not
suppose you'd have to
manual retreat.
You'd have to.
You just have to wait in the active a turn before you can attack it, which is interesting.
Yeah.
the retreat cost is a
That's
bit
pretty
harsh
interesting.
on it, but it makes it more balanced with it.
It makes sense for a bulky Pokemon, but the
Yeah.
HP just doesn't fit the design of the card really.
Yeah, it needs more HP, but otherwise,
Other than that, I think it's pretty cool. To be fair,
Yeah.
I think personally, I would like it to be less towards the 140 range, more towards sort of 80, so that it can still evolve into a barrel without
well,
it being out of place.
we have stuff in the cube which like could evolve and doesn't anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
so we could be at,
definitely.
like
Pokemon that can just
Okay.
that are non-evolving basics but can evolve are pretty cool. We've got a Larvitar in the cube that has an interesting attack, but there's no Tyranitar line,
yeah.
and a couple of others. There's like Cleffers.
Yeah.
That's
No,
fair.
I think 3 is a good amount for the what have we called it, playability or whatever.
Levels, yeah.
Power
Power
level.
level, yeah, because like the ability is cool, but like it's not going to be great for most decks. Like you need the double gust and the polygon line to make it like into that stall strategy.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you got stuff like Cleffer and like I feel like there's other cards you'd want to put in your deck.
Yeah. Outside of a stall strategy with
outside of a stall
looting
strategy,
gust
like-
cards, it's not going to be played.
Yeah,
This is the kind of card that you take.
It's very niche, but it's very powerful if you get the combo.
yeah. Also, it cannot hit Mr. Mime. The 30 damage does not hit Mr. Mime, so that's unfortunate.
This is the kind of card you take, not in your first run round, but if there's no other good cards, this is the
you'd
thing you take ever.
You'd never first pick it unless you're specifically going for a loop strategy already, because we've already got a lot of support for the Porygon Z loop archetype. We've got like 3 dolls. There's a lot of stall cards. There's Zerosic, Team Flagrant, stuff like Lysander.
Yeah,
so it's just another pretty cool card for that kind of looping archetype.
Yeah, I'll join you in giving it a 3 for that. Uniqueness, I've got to give it it is fairly unique in what it does.
Yeah,
I'll give it a 3.
I'd give this a 4 for uniqueness. I've not seen an ability like this before.
Yeah, the ability is really cool.
I do think even the HP does come into play here in that it may be unique, but if it's not going to see play, that doesn't really matter. So I can't give it a 5, but I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I'll probably go with 4 as well. Like for uniqueness, like I do really like the ability, but like yeah, like it needs more HP for like. I get that it's supposed to be a bit off, but hey, bit of can be strong as well. Make it like a level 100 bit off. Give it a fuckload of HP.
Make it Mega Bidoof.
Yeah, mega bit off.
Bidoof level X.
Yeah,
That would truly deserve the
I can't
Bid
give
Oof.
5 out of 5 for uniqueness unless it's something truly unique, and we have seen Bidoof before.
That
So
is true.
For the quality of the card.
Yeah.
What did I give to? I gave Ben a 5, right?
Yeah.
What did I give Lewis?
I think. Oh, you gave Lewis a 4. What the fuck?
I think I'd have to give this a 3, because there's no image and the fonts I don't think are quite the correct font, and the name is too small. But it's on a Pokemon card, which is a good start.
It hurts me that you would outscore Lewis over him.
I mean, Lewis is a meme.
Yeah.
Lewis was a meme.
I'm gonna give it a 2 for like actual design because there's no picture. And like yeah, it's on a Pokemon card. Like there you go. That's your point. You put it on a Pokemon card. That's better than a 1.
I think I'll give it a 3 also. Like Joe says, the text isn't there. That said, there is a Bidoof not found joke in the picture slot, which doesn't put you down another point in my books. So that puts you with a 10, a 9, and a 9. That is 28 points.
It's a good score,
That is a very good score.
especially if this was one of the last-minute entries.
Absolutely. James, what did I say? 28. And save as. Save. Was it updated? There it is. Lovely. Thank you very much, James. It was a good entry. Unfortunate to lose out to Funky Kong, but very nice. Let's see who else shall. Oh, let's get rid of that while we find our next person. We do have confirmation that the point was it can't attack the Bidoof the first turn it's about.
Yeah, so it matched what he said on the PowerPoint as opposed to the text.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've been at it, have I not?
Oh, who wants to go now?
Okay. Lewis would like it noted on stream that he actually loves Uno and would like to suggest that we play it as an event for lols.
If you added an I into that last word, I'd be up for it. But like,
you want to play it as an event for lollies?
I do love events for lollies.
Unfortunately, Joe, I don't think there's any lollies in our society, so I don't think anyone will be able to attend that event.
I could.
That is true.
No, you're not a lolly, Joe.
You're not a lolly. You are
You're
a lolly admirer.
Exactly.
You're a big man.
It's like game society, like Fragsoc. You don't go as a frag.
Excuse me, I go to frag.
Right. Let's go back to our contestant.
Back to card. Glad that Naked Sonic isn't going to show up to my house in 24 hours.
I do believe there was more from.
Extra
no,
funky.
he actually.
It's a text chat transcript.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, we don't need that.
Fuck you, Ben.
Bidoofium Z is now following you on Twitch.
Oh, let's go.
That's pretty epic.
Can we get a sub as well? Right. It's only $5 a month.
Let's get Matt up in here. Matt, you have 2 cards to show us.
Whoa, 2 cards? Mum lets you have 2 cards?
I mean, if he wants to show 2, then we can have 2. If not, to be fair, we've got enough people now.
Hey, bring him in.
Let's bring him in. Hello there, Mr. Matt. Mr. Matthew.
Yeah.
What up? Let's get your card up on the thing. We'll talk about your emailed one first. One
okay,
sec.
so I'll have the emailed one be my actual entrance, and the second one just be a meme. Like,
let's go.
We'll do memes at the end, sure.
Basically, I was told there wasn't that many entrants, so Don was like, "Hey, if you want to enter another entrance, go for it."
We'll see how it is at the end, and we'll see how the timing's going.
Yeah.
Anyway. This is your card thing.
Yeah.
Open
I can't see it on the stream.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe it's like a stream delay or something.
I could until you went on to Google
There
Slides.
we are. Okay.
Oh, is it?
There we are.
Oh, okay. On the stream.
Yeah, the Twitch. Oh, there it is. I think you just got a big delay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there'll definitely be a stream.
A few things I must apologize for. First of all, the font's wrong because like I entered it early, and then I remember you later say you wanted the font a certain way. It's like the font's bad.
That's fair.
And we've got yet another Donkey Kong.
I'm a big fan of this Donkey Kong archetype that's coming to be.
Yeah, although this isn't officially a Donkey Kong. Like you can play it in the Donkey Kong deck, but it doesn't have like these effects for Donkey Kong specifically. It's more versatile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see this card then.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk us through it?
Yeah. Okay. The card I'm looking at is Sympion. I'm quite happy with the pun. The idea is you give your opponent cards, and then that buffs its power. So its ability, Milady. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to the bench, your opponent draws 2 cards, and then you have its signature move, Feet Suckle. So 10 damage for each card in your opponent's hand. Weak to fighting, retreat is 2, and no resistances. very sort of similar stats to an Oranguru, which totally didn't just use this as. I would also like to read out the description for you guys. Several Sympians are known to gather around a single mate and present gifts to them in hopes of nudes.
Excellent.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Are there more pages? Should I be continuing?
I think there's another page which just says about it, but you can keep it on this one. So, first of all, when I made this, I didn't know that Mill was taken out of the cube. I thought it was like a really solid thing. It could work in cube. The idea that you could play it and potentially scoop it up with something like Scoop Up Net or like called Acerola to sort of keep getting it up to make them keep drawing cards, which late game could deck them out.
I will say, like, a lot of decks in Cube run close to running out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Polio.
Even just as a one-off card, just to threaten deck out.
Yeah.
Like, if you can combo this with, like, a judge when they're at, like, one card and a few cards in deck, you could judge them to 4, then play this to make them draw 6 cards.
Yeah.
It could work as deck out on its own.
Because I was running the Noctowl line, and that ran me out of cards basically every game. I had to play a support to put them back in.
Also, decks often work off a large hand size, so even if you like don't get the ability off, if your opponent's got ability lock active, it can still often do a lot of damage.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
I sort of I considered having it 20, but I just said like too much. I think 10 was fine.
Yeah, I think 10's good.
Yeah, 10's a good number.
Yeah.
And it does really synergize with like certain cards you consider sort of things like Erica, or like you could reset stamp them early on, like sort of all sort of cards that sort of fills up to their hand and then sort of punish them for it.
Yeah.
And the best way to counter it is to play your cards and leave yourself with a small hand, which is kind of like good mind game.
Yeah, which leaves you open to cards like the Rocket. Is it the Rocket's Trap and the other one, Kexandra.
Yeah, Kexandra.
Kexandra, Mars, Delinquent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's
really
a cool card.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a cool card.
Yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about it. Other than the font is bad.
So what should we start with?
Yeah, Dom, can you go back to the other page?
Yeah, he's on it now. It's just straight away.
Right.
Yeah, you.
Not that page. The card, Dom.
Yeah, the card we want. There we go.
Yeah, that one. Cool. So should we start with quality?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Sure.
Do you want to go first, Joe?
Sure, I guess. So quality, like, it's pretty good. I like it. It's Donkey Kong, but it's not Donkey Kong. Like, I mean, it's on a card. You've apologized for the font, so I'll take that in, I guess. I don't know, like 4. It's fine. Like the picture's nice, I guess. I don't know what else you want from me. Maybe if you had a hat.
I'll go next. I'll be honest. As much as you have put a picture in, and the last entrant didn't, I think this does look much less like an actual Pokemon card than the last one. The picture is very poorly edited into the square.
Wow,
the ability and the colorless are clearly cut out of other cards and stuck on, and some of the text is bold when it shouldn't be, as well as being no caps on the word suckle.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
It should be the S should be capitalized, and I don't know about the L on Milady. I'm not sure if that's.
I think it could be both.
That's fair, but either way, I think don't think I can give this more than a 2. If this was going into the queue, it would have to be remade to look a bit better.
I'm very glad you were the bearer of the bad news. I was gonna say it. Yeah. Once again, that I can't be having that kind of red text right there. It's jarring.
Abilities have red text.
I know.
Abilities do have red text.
I know.
The red text is fine. It's everything else.
Text. It's a better red text. I know you've apologized for it, but it's bad.
We don't accept your apology, brother.
Apologies don't make everything okay all the time. That face, that picture is a bit zoomed in for a Pokemon card. I won't lie. We don't often have Pokemon that are shown as super zoomed in. We like to see the whole of the body doing whatever they're doing. Clearly, they are simping, so it might have been necessary to put
Yeah, it might have required censoring.
the receiver of the simp. Yes, censored, but nearby.
So should have gotten like an e-girl, just like
Candy Kong.
please.
Donkey
Oh.
Kong and Candy Kong from the TV show.
And since you knew that Joe was going to be a judge, maybe you should have put Iris there instead.
Oh, no, if you go to the official tier list, she's not even like an S tier.
No, only the hat ladies are S.
Only hat ladies. No, I'm pretty sure hat ladies were SS, weren't they?
Oh, were they
Yeah.
SS?
Either way,
Sorry,
like-
I can't remember your lolly tier list, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, you were part of it as well.
Hey, man,
May is not an
maybe.
official
Joe
tier.
was on the
A
tier
tier.
list. How very nice of him.
Yeah, he made it at my house.
Yeah, he made me put May on there, like really high, and then took no credit. It's out. Everyone knows.
Hey, knowledge. Okay,
Anyway,
shall
I'll
we go on
excuse you for
to
the text. I'll give you a 2 also.
shall we go
Uniqueness,
on
I think it's
to-
very unique.
uniqueness? Right.
Yeah, I think it's got that nice bit of giving your opponent's cards. It's not situational either. It's very much a matter of it being rather strong, depending on when you're playing it. That feet suckle, it can be used sparingly but very well at certain moments. 110 is very normal for a basic. I quite like it. I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay, I'll go next. So I don't think we've seen anything with an ability like that. The only similar card I can think of is Imposter Professor Oak, which was your opponent shuffle draws 7, or 6, I can't remember. But it would constantly be very effective in combination with this card. So the ability is, I've not seen an ability like that before. If there is one, I haven't seen it, so I'd give it's good marks for that. The second attack we have seen before, however, it's on Gardevoir EX, and another few cards as well. So I think I'll give it a 4. I really like the way that the ability combos with the attack, but we have seen attacks like that before, so I can't give it a 5.
Understandable.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
solid 4.
Yeah, I was gonna go for 4 as well. Like, I really like the ability comboing with the attack. But you know, uniqueness. It certainly is Donkey Kong.
That is true. It won't be the only Donkey Kong in the.
Yeah, we've seen
Let the
Donkey
record
Kong.
show. It doesn't have Donkey Kong in the name. This is like bootleg Donkey Kong. Like,
Exactly,
you know
so
when
it
you buy-
doesn't work with Funky Kong.
That is true.
Yeah. Like it's kind of like if you buy your card from like half price from China and then you get this. It's like,
Oh, like that booster box that you got.
oh yeah, and my I think like 8 Saturn Bs I've got if anyone wants.
Did you get the money back on that, by the way?
Yeah, I got the
Good.
money back.
Poggers.
Yeah.
Power
Uh,
levels.
Power level.
I'm feeling it can slip quite nicely into. I know you said that a lot of cards that it would synergize nicely with phased out. But
It's only the Aggron line that's been removed from the cube. Most
In
of
that case,
the
it could be quite strong.
disruption supporters are still in there.
I
It's
quite
just
like
the
it.
aggressive mill that's been removed.
I think I'll give this a 4 also. That 10 isn't too strong, isn't too weak per card. You can get some nice combos going with it. It isn't massively over or underpowered. It slots in quite nicely.
I'll go next. I'm actually going to give this a 5. I think it's a very cool card. I really like it. It gives a lot of. It gives a really good low energy attacker. So like the hand size control archetype, which is what I played in the last cube anyway. So you can both give them more cards, and do a load of damage, and like you say, you can force them to play those cards. At which point you can hand lock them with a combination of downloading a Delinquent and playing a Kexandra. You can discard 4 cards from their hand, and this guy forces them to play cards, or he's just going to be doing a ton of damage. So I'm going to give this a 5.
That's good.
I think I'll give it a 4. I think it's like it could possibly be too powerful, like because so many decks just have giant hands in cube, and doing like having 110 HP. That's a lot of HP. That's like most stage 2s in the cube have that amount of HP and will be doing less damage with their attack.
Most of the stage 2s have around 130.
Well, the entire Guard of Liar line, which is the one I played last time, obviously.
The Telepass has 120.
Yeah. Which one?
The Supporter one.
No, it has 110, definitely.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
I'm the one, the binder.
Oh, Pasta La Vista is
yeah,
not
no,
playing
like,
Streets of Rogue.
But
Streets of Rogue.
as much as they've got like abilities and stuff that help them as well, like it's doing more. It's gonna like on average, it's gonna be doing more damage than a lot of the stage 2s in that deck.
I
Like,
disagree. I think on average it's going to be doing about 60 damage.
Exactly, which is the same amount as a stage 2.
Well, yeah,
Like,
but that stage 2 has ability lock.
Yeah, but it's got the same amount of health, the same damage on average, and like less attack cost.
Yeah, but it doesn't have ability lock.
Yeah,
and it
I
doesn't
know,
have
it's
Telepass,
bullshit.
which are the Telepass and the ability lock are the two broken things about that card. It doing
Yeah, that's
60
that's
damage
one of
isn't
the
the reason you
cards in
play
the
it.
deck, and it's the best card in the deck.
I mean, yeah, because of the ability lock and the
But it also
ability, not
requires-
because it does 60 damage.
It also requires you to spend several turns setting up, whereas Sympion can just hit the bench and start wrecking everything immediately, and you're not going to be one-shotting it most of the time.
Have you tried simply playing Judge?
I mean, you can simply play Judge if you draft it. There's one copy of Judge in the queue.
And if you draw it.
There's two technically. It says Desert
And the
Shaman.
let looses.
Yeah, and 2 let looses.
I'd be concerned about how powerful this one is. I think it could be doing too much damage.
Maybe. I can see it being very good in the early game, but I think once you start getting your stage 2s up, it's not going to be overly oppressive on its own. You'd need lots of combo
Like,
pieces
if
to
you're
make
running
this
this
an oppressive
card, you're
card.
running it in a deck which, like, either has like the hand control stuff that you were talking about, or like something like Bronzong where you can get it set up in one turn. So it's just going to hit the bench and start murdering everything.
I mean,
But,
yeah, but you can say that about a lot of cards in the cube. There's a lot of
I feel
basic
like this
attackers
one
that are
is,
strong.
like, you could very easily get 2 prize cards every time this thing comes down.
Maybe.
Oh, is that?
Where's Paul in
If
here?
you allowed Paul in?
Use
Not me.
2-point Paul.
No,
Point.
leave.
Oh, it's because he's a bot bang. That makes sense.
Oh, you gave Bot the role.
It's a bot.
That's hilarious. That's really
I'll
funny.
give him bot back afterwards. But I'll
Just give your person the judging thing.
Well,
Anyway, I'm
yeah.
giving it a 4.
That doesn't matter.
We can stop arguing about how
You're
powerful.
gonna give it a 4. Okay,
Yeah.
you're giving it a 4.
Well, that 4
I'm sticking with a 5.
puts Matt 1 point behind Ben.
Oh,
Oof,
Big
it's
word.
close between the Kongs.
Kong.
It's tough to compete like the Kongs. They shouldn't have to fight each other.
I think I should take off 1 point for uniqueness every time I see Kong.
Now we need to make Kong lock a deck.
Oh, wait, you could have an ability, just Congo line. If you have all of the Kongs, you win.
Kong Zodia.
If you have
Oh,
all the members of the DK crew.
Has anyone made a Diddy for today?
yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your card, Matt.
There's
Are
also
we not?
the
We're not doing his
meme
second one, the meme one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you go for the meme.
Shall we do the meme one?
Yeah, do the
Let's
meme
do
one.
the meme one.
Just do it quick. Like, you don't
Yeah.
need to plug
The
it.
balls
Just-
XD.
Dude, slug my balls.
I
nice
have
card,
been
Ben.
sent a second card by Ben.
It is
Called
Slugma.
Slugma.
That's lovely. I'm gonna have to give it
Unfortunately,
3
it isn't.
zeros.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like, it's
it's
not
not
unique.
unique.
It has literally been in the TCG before.
It's in my cube, I think.
Is it?
Oh no, it's not.
We don't have my cargo in there, do we?
That's true. Oh, we have Nene's whip.
No.
We do have Nene's whip.
Is this character called Nene?
Yeah, it's from Pokemon Conquest. Geez,
Busted.
first of all, can I say, why is it when I look this up, I cannot find, like, it's all either horrible fan art or it's just a very low quality image.
because
find
it's
love for
Conquest from like
Maybe because
2008
Pokemon
or
Conquest was
something.
a very low quality game.
Hey,
It's a great game, but it's low quality.
It's a Pokemon
Yeah.
game. They're all kind of low quality,
Yeah.
even if they're very fun.
But yeah, as you can see, the high quality whip. You might not be able to tell, but I drew that on myself.
Wow.
See, that's what Lewis was missing.
That is. Yeah.
If Lewis had had some kind of big red symbol pointing to what he'd edited,
Yeah, if only I'd
it
known.
would have been much more helpful.
What does the Japanese say?
It says Ryuga Waga Teki Wakarao.
Oh, 0 points for not knowing what the Japanese in the background says.
I actually like the effects of this card. Memes aside, I actually think it's a really sick effect.
The
It's like an eject. I think I'd limit it to either attacks or is attacked, not both.
Yeah,
But I think it's actually a pretty sick card. Attacks might be too broken because we have like $3 in the cube.
yeah, that's fair.
But being
Yeah,
able to retreat after you're attacked would actually be pretty cool.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
are we
because
are we rating this, Dom? Or
no.
Yeah, I mean, might as well because
Oh, yeah.
this is
I mean,
design-wise,
we-
it's better than your first card.
Yeah, we rated Lewis, so
yeah, that's true.
That is
Okay,
true.
should we do quality then?
Yeah, quality. That this is a step up. The text still isn't quite right. The Pokemon tool has been clipped a bit, but it is better than your first, so I'll give it a 3.
I'm going to agree. You haven't capitalized Pokemon, which I think is
Oh,
capitalized in the
ooh.
cards.
yeah.
Yeah, you can tell because it's a capitalized in the Pokemon tool thing.
Yeah.
And the image still isn't edited incorrectly, and the font's
Yeah, I
wrong.
mean,
But
to be fair,
it's
I
not
did
as
notice-
egregious as the Sympion. So I'll agree on a 3.
Still better than Lewis's.
Oof. You know, Luke
Yeah,
is listening to all this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he decided to go first again, so
Or is he watching just the stream then? Because he's not in the voice chat.
yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Hey, if you're listening, Lewis, I love you, bro. Hit me up.
I mean,
can
you
take
knew
your
you were
time
going to
anytime.
put in a meme. Like,
Right, Joe, quality.
yeah, quality. Like, it fucking clips over the Pokemon tool. That's annoying the shit out of me. I'm giving it a 2.
That's fair enough. Uniqueness.
It hasn't been done before.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think.
unique. I don't know what more is there to say. There's effects like this on specific attacks, but giving it to anything it's unique. I'll give it a 5.
Oh damn.
Yeah, no, I really like it.
This
for
hasn't been done before.
I really like it for uniqueness. The fact that it's a Pokemon Conquest card, which we never fucking saw, mainly because no one knew what fucking Pokemon Conquest was. But like, I do like that it is something from that. I don't know where I should deduct points for not knowing what the Japanese in the background says.
I mean, just deduct all of them. Like,
Yeah. Maybe should have done it on design or whatever.
Maybe it's power levels because
Yeah,
there
no.
could be some hidden code in there.
Yeah,
It's,
they could be telling you what play to make to win.
exactly. Attack, take prize card. That
Yeah.
could be what it says.
What was I rating on again? I can't remember.
You do this.
Uniqueness.
Uniqueness. I'll give it a 4. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
like
Okay,
yeah.
Dom.
I have to give it a 5. Conquest hasn't been seen before. This ability hasn't been seen before. It's a 5. Power levels though, it's a 1 really. Because it's too strong.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think being able to retreat after you attack into a Pokédoll is that's way too broken. I'm gonna give it a 1 as well.
Yeah. I'll give it a 0 because like the same reason, but then the Japanese in the background, I can't tell what it's saying. And that makes me feel less powerful.
No foreign cards. Keep them out.
Yeah, if you could put subtitles underneath it, like how I usually view Japanese.
Do you want
stuff.
subs or dubs?
Oh, subs every time.
You don't want him to dub over it.
Dude, I love Sam.
Just make it into a GIF, bro. Okay,
In
Dom.
that case, 'Case, 'Cause, 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 ' was 24.
Whoa,
Busted.
that's
Yeah.
beaten out Lewis.
It
It
has.
has beaten Lewis.
He was
But we'll
robbed.
Yeah. Oh, poor Lewis. He tried so hard and he got so far.
But in the
Yeah,
end,
yeah.
his card
He
was bad.
really didn't actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get very far.
He was first for a while.
Fucking
It wa-
Pokemon
Yeah.
cards.
Like the early game lead was pretty good, to be fair. Like,
It's true. He did get a breakaway, but Ben caught him up quite quickly. He got
Yeah,
blue
I
shelled
mean-
on the line
Yeah.
by
Yeah,
Funky
what
Kong
yeah,
blue
what you gonna
shell.
do? Funky Kong on the Flame Runner came up behind him.
yeah, there's not much you can do unless you're another Funky Kong.
Unless you're in a Bex crate.
Oh, basically. Or there was a Daisy riding Luigi. That's what the Mac bike is for Daisy.
Oh,
And then you changed it again.
I don't think that one applied correctly.
Did it? Oh, that's a shame.
No, I don't think so. Right, how many
Yeah,
more
let's-
have we got?
We've got a couple more to go.
Pog.
Let's
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much
Yeah.
for your cards.
Cards.
Yeah. Let's head over to. Shall we go to?
Head back to Sympian.
Let's go to Sack, shall we? Sack
Go on
sent in a meme card. No, that's
That's Thomas Nickel, bro.
So, Thomas, if you're watching this, very
Oh.
sorry.
Ooh, I'm liking the look of this already.
I am also. This is very interesting, Sack.
Oh, it's got Cartoon Network on it. Let's go.
How can I get? Okay, let's make sure that we're not.
Can you just
actually-
press the plus at the bottom?
Oh, that is a very good idea.
Yeah.
Busted.
Let's-
Oh yeah, I've used Gmail before.
Right, go like that, and let's go like that, and let's expand it on the screen for everyone.
Okay, so we have the kid, a supporter card. You brought only one Pokemon, didn't you? When you have only one Pokemon on the field, search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon and add them to your hand.
I'm gonna kick off with like the fact that this is incredibly underpowered.
Okay, we'll start with power level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving it a 1 because it's actually completely useless.
I'll be honest, I'm going to give this. Can I give this negative points for power level?
Yeah.
This is
You
awful.
cannot.
Yeah.
I'll give it 0 then. This overlaps
Oh, yeah,
massively
no.
with
Yeah, this is a 0.
Holon Mentor, Pokemon Fan Club,
I'm changing my
Bridget.
1 to also a 0. This
Professor Rook setup, Professor Elm's lecture. There's so many better cards than this.
yeah, you like
They don't have the
Power level
requirement and search
really
for more
fucking
basic
useless.
Pokemon.
I won't
This
give
is-
it a
this is pretty
0.
bad.
I'll give it a 1 because it's specifically there. Oh no, it's just
It's just bad.
it's just
Yeah,
so
like-
bad.
It's just-
every
I
other.
I can't
sport
imagine
like
a situation where I would draft such a bad set of cards that I would play this in
don't
my deck.
think
No.
that I don't think that there's a worse supporter in the cube.
No.
No, I can't think of one off the top of my head.
If
No,
we were
that-
to increase that to maybe 4 basic Pokemon, then you're getting to somewhere, but it's so reliant on you getting it out at the start
Yeah.
with only 1 Pokemon on the field.
It's also just worse than Pokemon Fan Club because that
Yeah.
Pokemon Fan Club is the exact same card but without
And
the
it does it whenever.
requirement, and no one plays Pokemon Fan Club.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, you either get rid of the requirement, which would make it less unique, or you'd
You could
increase
just make it
those.
fill your bench rather than
Yeah.
searching for them added into your hand. You just make it fill your bench. Then that would
is
be
it done
somewhat
that does
interesting
that?
effect. No, there's Challenge does that. Kind of.
Your opponent also does it.
Yeah, you ask your opponent if they accept your challenge, and if they do, then you can both fill your benches, and if they don't, you get to draw 2. That's an item.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
And that probably sees play about half the time. It doesn't always see play, but it can sometimes. If you don't have much else going on.
I didn't even see that
as
this
well.
this says you add them to your hand.
Yeah.
It's not even adding them to your bench. Well, not
Adding to
much
your hand is
difference
better
between
than
those.
adding to your bench. It's considerably
Oh,
better. Because then you can activate effects like Funky Kong.
Oh, true. Yeah, you can get the.
You can get the coming
position
into play effects.
to be drawing too.
Okay, so we've done
It is pretty unique,
power level.
kind of. that opening condition is bad, but it's not seen much.
I'll give it a 2 because we have seen an effect like this in the most recent set. Kabu says if you only have one Pokemon in play, you can draw 8, whereas usually you draw 4. And the other effect is Pokemon Fan Club. So I'll give it a 2 because he's probably not aware that Kabu came out, but it did. So sorry.
Uniqueness, like, yeah, it's bad Pokemon Fan Club. Like, I'm giving it like a 1. Like, and we've seen so many cards like this.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, the constraint's there, but the constraint isn't a good thing. The constraint's just fucking annoying.
And it's not unique anymore.
No.
Yeah, I think I'll excuse Kabu. It's more unique than Uno Reverse, so I'm going to give it a 3 because I gave that a 2, and I'd feel bad not giving this more. Design-wise, it's blurry. The text is wrong. It's got to be a 2.
Yeah, you go, Joe.
Yeah, like you said, it's blurry. There's 2 kinds of text on it. One of which, like, doesn't actually contribute to the like it doesn't, like, yeah, it kind of says something about what the card is doing, but like it doesn't actually, the text isn't needed there. Also, the fact that you got the Cartoon Network symbol on there.
Oh yeah, that's a major error.
You didn't bother getting it from a streaming site or something, or like just googling a picture which doesn't have a fucking watermark on it.
To be fair, you don't know. He may own the rights to Cartoon Network.
That's
yeah,
true.
Lewis didn't let us know, so Sack might own the rights to Cartoon Network.
Also, the
just
kid
saying.
should have a capital K.
Oh, well, that could be deliberate.
Nah,
it shouldn't be.
Even if
but
it's
it could
deliberate,
be.
it doesn't fit with the design.
No.
I'm gonna give this.
Also, Pokemon is spelt with a like a little thing on top of the E.
An E acute.
Yeah, like.
By the way, guys, it's
I'm going for another
0233. That's the opcode.
I'm disappointed that the card that we saw Iris on was like not high quality. Like,
okay, what number did you say you were giving this?
1.
1. Okay, I'm gonna give it a 2 because it is edited onto a card at least, but the name of the card is in the wrong font. The second word isn't capitalized, and it's on the wrong side of the card. The tagline is not a standard Pokemon thing, so if you wanted something like that, you should have it in a speech bubble on the image, probably. And other than that, it's not too bad other than being blurry. So, like, yeah, it's better than a 1, but it's not better than a 2.
That Sack, I know you're not listening, but hopefully you will later because I'm recording this and we'll hopefully put it onto YouTube. Unfortunately, that does put you below Lewis at
Big
a 12 out of 45.
Okay. Should have had a nicer picture of Iris.
Rip Iris.
12.
And Silent.
This fucking green guy over here, get him out.
Silent, bro. He was in my cube until not too long ago.
You're quite right, Ben. Nobody cares about Silent.
Yo.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Not that he's not in the cube anymore.
I don't have the Twitch set up. I didn't know. I forgot about that.
They power crept Silent with Lady.
I should have been reading out the what's on the Twitch chat.
Well, that's a shame. No prime scores. This is a joke. Well, just wait and see, because you never know what the future scores can give us. As we move on to, shall we do Phil?
Yeah, let's do Phil. How are we doing him?
We're gonna look at his card, as it says on the card.
Oh, Phil seems to think he's about to get 2 out of 45. So.
Oh, that is a prime number. Let's go like present and bring it up like that. Then we can go clap. That's wrong. Oh, this is very.
Oh, I'm a big fan of the
Are you
Tokyo
adding? Are you adding Phil to the?
In just a sec, I'm trying to get the card doing correct things. There we go. Oh. And okay, I'm just gonna cut out the meme card score. Fine. Let's get Phil on.
Bring the man himself in. Hello, friend.
Hello, Phil.
Hello.
Let's.
Maybe to get some dubs.
With
Yeah.
double.
Oh well, unless there is a double card with over 250 HP, I'm afraid it's not going to be that affected by this card.
No.
Crumbs. Would you like to talk us through your card?
I would, yes. So essentially, as well as the meme potential put into this card, I like to think this actually does fix what for me is probably the worst thing about current TCG, and that's that the old cards are literally useless. So, like, I used to play it a while ago, but I can't really anymore because all the cards I used to have, well, I still have, but they're basically useless now because
But
there's
if they're
loads.
more than 2 years old, you can't use them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So, although I'm pretty sure a part of why they've been banned is because they're really bad now. So, essentially,
It was an issue in most games.
it is an issue in most games. So this card essentially corrects the balance of TCG. So if your opponent has any Pokemon in play with more than 250 HP, you basically get rid of 50% of their health. That's essentially what it does. And I also like to think there's a little mark for originality in that everyone's just submitted a Pokemon card, whereas this is in fact a supporter card. So
We
So I
have
do-
actually seen a supporter, I'm afraid.
Yeah, we did just see a supporter.
I wasn't paying attention, I'll be honest
Also,
with you.
Lewis's was an item.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so we start on quality.
Well, have you got any more slides here? Is that? Oh, we have.
Oh,
Is there-
there's more
there's more.
slides.
There's a
Oh, it's the
description there.
transcription.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then there's some slides
Right.
explaining why it's good, and then is it as perfectly balanced as it claims. So I'm pretty sure everyone can read.
Gen 7 OU.
This can make it difficult for people to get back in the game.
Yeah, that's basically the main problem I have with ever attempting to get back in.
Unfortunately, you do
I'd
have
agree
some
with that until
profanity
recently.
on this Christian Minecraft server.
Oh shit, my bad. I forgot to
Oh,
censor.
there's some more right
Oh, what?
there. It's the same
Right.
one, but you know.
There's the
You're
rude
not
one.
allowed
Oh yeah, he just gets shit on.
Yeah.
to-
I can't believe this. This is
with shitted it on.
Pokemon.
Shitted.
It's a family-friendly version.
I actually don't agree that it's difficult to get back into the game now. They've released a few really good products recently that
Yeah.
make it really cheap to actually get meta decks.
What?
They released a box with 2 NAGX and a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
really good trainer cards for like 26 quid,
Yeah.
and a Pika ROM deck for like 20 quid.
Well,
Before that though, yeah, it was getting pretty expensive. But
yeah,
those 2
that's-
products have like single-handedly.
I haven't really
fixed the
kept up
issue
with it
with cost.
recently.
You can do what I do and just like buy the Gardevoirs anyway to add to your collection, and then because there's 4 arts, then you got a deck. Just run 4 copies of Gardevoir, call it a deck.
There is a glaring issue with this card that I have to point out. In
What
that
is it?
all the other cards we've seen so far have correctly taken up a position in Joe's cube draft.
I don't know anything about Joe's Cube
Well,
Draft.
unfortunately, that
And
was
no
part
offense.
of the mission.
That is the power level markings. We
That is
can
the
rank
power
on the other 2, but
Uh,
okay, so we'll start with
I
quality.
would say it's not.
Is there any more? Oh, there
Oh,
is.
there's
There is
more.
more.
There's even
There is
more.
more.
Blimey, you've done above yourself, bro.
Oh,
This is the last one, don't worry.
Other
I-
great cards such as Tapu Bulu from Lost Thunder. Fantastic.
Big fan.
well, okay then.
If you want to make it like viable because I don't know what cards are in the cube draft essentially. So if you want to just like pretend that it's viable for that by like rounding, like lowering the 250 limit to
The 250 would probably have to be like 130 because we
Yeah.
don't play with like GXs and shit in Cube.
Alright, that's
so
fair enough.
130 would.
Honestly, if your problem with the format is big like chunky basics, which to be fair is mine as well, you'd really enjoy Cube because it's old Pokemon, how Pokemon used to be.
All right, fair enough.
Play it, Phil. Play it. Anyway,
Should come around next
that would
So
be.
what are we doing? Like,
Let's start
come up
off
with something for-
with the power levels. I'm straight up saying 0, because even if
Right.
we put that HP at 130 or the like, that is very strong. It has the potential to give something that shouldn't really be taking something out in one hit to something that definitely can.
Yeah, it's kind of like 3.5 Kukuis, which is
Yeah.
it's pretty ridiculous.
Well, I didn't want to make it 4 Kukuis, that'd be broken.
You can't give half Kukui, that's barbaric.
Yeah, this is true. It's a bit inhumane.
Yeah, I agree with Dom. 0 for power level. With its current text, it doesn't do anything.
yeah, so
And
like
once edited, it'll be too broken.
in the
In
queue,
standard,
like,
it'll be cool.
no, I think in standard it's even like standard it'll be fucking ridiculous. Like
I
it's
think you'd have
incredibly unbalanced.
You'd have to put
Like
the
every
damage
deck,
counters.
like every like deck post rotation is running like 250 or more Pokemon in.
I mean, yeah, but it would make decks that aren't running 250
Yeah, no,
HP.
you play this.
Yeah, that's the objective. Stop running those cards.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you play this down, and then you just get game in like one turn. If you have like other cards like
Have you not seen
I don't know if
Objective?
there's anything like the old Tapu Lele which moved damage counts around. Like if you can combo with something like that, then this is just fucking ridiculous.
Is it
It's
possible to get a first
play
turn?
that, Move the damage counters around against the turn to deck. That's just game.
Could you get a first turn game in that?
Not first turn, but like a couple of turns in, you play this combo with.
Depends on what they bench. You very much could get a first turn win if they bench a bunch of low HP basics and 2 tag teams, and you go turn 1, blow up a Pokemon that lets your opponent take a prize, Lieutenant Surge, double Thanos, Tapu Lele, Fairy Energy counter gain. You could probably get a first turn win going second, assuming your opponent benched a bunch of shit, which they shouldn't really do.
Yeah, but like, I think it's kind of unhealthy, even for standard. But like, as you say, it doesn't work in the cube, so I'm giving it like a 1, I guess.
I think even if we were to put it into the cube, it wouldn't be a 50% kind of thing. It would have to be sort of maybe 4 or 5 damage counters.
It would even be too broken at that. Kukui is an incredible card in cube, and it says your attacks do 20 more damage, and you draw 2 cards.
Unique,
it's just
though. It is very unique.
Isn't Buck like?
Buck is 10.
Oh, that's at 10. Yeah, okay.
Buck is weaker than Kukui.
Which one's the one which does like 40? Oh, it's Edgy, which does 40.
Edgy does plus 50, but only for dark types. And the meme is that there's only like 3 dark types in the cube.
Yeah.
Like 2 Absols and a Sableye. But yeah, for uniqueness, I mean, it's pretty unique. It has some overlap with cards like Kukui. But yeah.
I'm misremembering some unknowns that do something fairly similar.
If you are, I don't remember them.
I'm probably not, but
I'd give this a solid. Like, I want to give it 3.5, but I don't think we're giving half Wassies.
I don't think we're giving half a Wassie.
Oh, okay. We'll go with a 3. We'll go with a 3 for uniqueness.
Yeah, for uniqueness, like I've been playing since the days of Furious Fists, and I've never seen a card like this. I mean, like, yeah, you've got like things like Kukui which up your damage if you attack that turn, but with this you don't even have to attack; it just places damage down. Like, I can see that being like, if you could bounce it, it would be interesting. But like, I'm not sure. I don't think this card is balanced. So like, for uniqueness, I'm gonna give it a 4 because we don't ever get stuff which just puts damage counters on outside of like Pokemon and their abilities.
I think I'd agree with that. If there's anything we are learning from your choice of card creation, is that you're wanting something big that changes all of the game, which this definitely does. So I'm going to give it a 4-2.
A simpler way to fix standard is ban ADP.
Yeah, ban ADP.
Honestly,
If you put a card which
It's
just said fuck ADP, and then the ability is just your opponent. If your opponent plays ADP, they lose the game. And like that's 15 marks from me right there.
ADP cannot attack any turn.
Just if your opponent has ADP in their deck list, they lose.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, you did ask me quite shortly after the competition was announced, and I said I've already made something, and you asked me, does it OCO ADP? And I said, well, no, but I mean,
it does nerf ADP.
It does nerf ADP.
But the issue is it nerfs literally everything else in standard as well.
So ADP is still at
Side
the same
effects are
time.
going to happen, but gotta overlook these things sometimes.
I know how you feel. I wish Excadrill was a viable deck as well, but like it's just not. You got to get over it.
For quality, this is a 5. This would. I wouldn't be that surprised if this came out of a Pokemon pack, other than the image obviously being a meme. Like, this looks like a Pokemon card.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this looks good. I'll give it a 5.
The text is correct. You've got the Eacutes. I think you've got the correct font. The bold title. I think the text for the effect should be in the center of the box, but it doesn't matter. It's a 5.
Yeah.
Is the picture in the right place?
Yes.
Just about, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. It's a good edit.
It couldn't be much better, to be honest. Like,
it's a very good edit.
I'd prefer it if Today I Lost More Than You Could Know was in the bottom left. But that's just personal choice, and I'll also give it a 5.
Cheers.
And that puts you on not a bad score. Not a bad score at all. That puts you on 27.
Oh, it's a solid 4th place, 1 point behind James.
Considering in one of the categories, I think you got a collective of 1 point from the 3 of us. That's pretty good.
I'm pretty pleased with that. I've just nuked the entire game and still scored 27 points. So.
Yeah.
I think that shows how fed up me and Joe are with standard.
I had a feeling I might get a few kindred spirits here. With that,
I would be fed up of standard if I could fucking play it, but.
You can, bro. Have you not been playing into Hegster TCG?
Oh, yeah, I can just hit up Pool Scale and play some standard.
Yeah, play on untap.in, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jake. We still haven't got your prime number, but maybe it's not our fault, but really the fault of the people entering. In fact, if you'd entered, maybe you could have got a prime number, the only prime number. But you haven't. And I feel like that's your fault.
Just submit a rectangle with the word card in it now. You'll probably pick up 2 points somewhere.
Okay, thank you, Phil. Thank you for your card.
Cheers, Phil.
Cool, thank you very much.
Let's see, do we have anyone left? I think we might be done. I'm just going.
What about Brian Terry, bro?
He's sort of our boss, kind of. He's the
Did disability officer submit a card?
So no, I'm
They
afraid
submitted Pikachu in a wheelchair.
Richard Hall submitted some society garments.
Let's go.
No, I think that might be us done.
If anyone's been forgotten, speak now.
Professor
Hold your peace.
What was that?
That's that one. If anyone wants to submit any last-minute ones, we will consider it.
An event chat, here it is.
What's an event chat?
Ow, my eggs. Ow, my legs. Why would you do this, Phil? Very epic.
Oh yeah, there's half of a Kakuri.
Review polls that he put in the event chat. Let's have a look.
That's polls.
Paul didn't.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, I can't see anything from Paul in the event chat.
No, I can't.
Congratulations, Paul.
I can't see Ash the supporter. Wait, what? A while ago. How long ago? Oh, did Dom delete it?
Why would I delete
no,
it? I've been working
I
on the
found it.
stream. I haven't.
How long ago is it? What date is it?
Oh, I remember. I
Joe.
remember
Yeah,
now.
it's 8th
Where
of
is it?
August. You have to scroll up a bit.
Yeah.
8th of August.
I deleted it
Oh, yeah,
from
Ash the supporter.
the creations because it was in the wrong. It
This
was in
is-
the wrong chat.
This is Phil's, not Paul's.
No, that's. Wait, what?
Phil posted Ash the supporter.
Oh yeah, that's Phil. Yeah.
No, I deleted the one that they're talking about. But it was because it was in the wrong place, and I told him to re-put it in the event chat instead.
Oh,
Oh.
And then he didn't.
oh, dude, that Shantae Iris. That's very nice. Plus 10 points to Phil for a nice fan art of Iris there.
Where's that? Is that in the event chat?
That's in the event chat.
Oh.
Does that end
Give that
everything, guys?
I think that ends the
think that
stream.
ends the stream.
Big job for Ben and a close second for Matt.
Yeah, congratulations. I feel bad about that one point because they were both flunkies. No, they weren't. They were both Kongs.
Yeah.
Both Kongs. Ben's
Oh,
And one
look,
Kong was
Ben's
able
looked
to
a lot better,
peek out the
Yeah.
other.
but I think
I
Matt
can see
was a
them
more
both.
interesting card.
I think
Why
like,
are you
both
putting in
it
hashtag blame
in
Dom? That's a D&D sock thing. Matt, if it's Matt. I mean, it says QWERTY, so I assume it's Matt.
Nah, it's just Paul's alt, bro.
Nah, I wouldn't put it. Oh, wait, it could. I don't know.
I think you've seen stuff from Paul.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Nothing from Paul, bro.
You get my hopes up. You get to see my favourite person.
Should I stop recording? I think I'll stop recording.
Yeah. Okay.